What's up, ladies and gent? Welcome back. Kingdom 860. The cover page is the two brothers, Jen and Tan, and Jen is pulling back an arrow. The Archer brothers, pride of the Haitian unit, challenging the strongest archer in China, Sequan, for Shin's sake. Now, the chapter began with Jin, and he's sitting on top of a rock. he, he says, "Yeah, I think so." Tan, the younger brother, goes, "Nichan, you managed to do the white shadow and hit him." And then Jin said, "Yeah, I think so." And then Tan, then he'll be angry and shoot us with a real arrow. And Jin's over there sweating, just sweating balls. Like, yeah, he's about to shoot us. Tan, the younger brother, pulled Jin down from the rock that he was on. "Yeah, get down from there, Nichan. Dumbass." Jen, Jen is getting mad, yelling at Tan. Tan, that enemy archer, he's better than us. Probably better than Dad. Yeah, I thought so too. Jen is basically lecturing Tan. And if that archer target General Shen, what do you think will happen? Even without a headshot, he'll die. And we can't let that happen, Tan. I know, but what do we do? And then Tango, what if he stay at headquarters? If he did that, our enemy will lose half his strength. Our army will lose half his strength. Then what do we do? And then Tango, there's no other choice. We'll take that archer down here and now. Tan, the younger brother, he's scared. Wait, White Shadow? And Jen's like, "Dumbass, White Shadow uses make-believe arrow. Those can't kill anyone." Yeah, I guess it's painful, but not lethal. Yeah, Tan, you idiot. How you gonna shoot anybody? And then Sequan, he's all mad because he got shot with that shadow arrow. And all his soldiers around him is asking if he's okay. And then he goes, "No need to worry. Not the white shadow, merely an imitation." And then they, the soldier, Sequan soldier, they spot Shin and they're like, "Oh, Shin is retreating. Did someone inform him of Sequan Sama? Shit, we only need a little bit longer. Shall we pursue him, Sequan Sama?" "No, he's already disappeared into the fray. Damn it all, shit." And then as soon as they're bitching about it, there's this arrow that shoot in the sky. This arrow, it makes sound. So it's like bing, and it's shooting straight to the sky. All the South Shore, or all the soldiers themselves, they're kind of shocked. What was that noise? What on earth? A whistle arrow? And then another arrow shoots up. Bing! And then Saquon's like, "Damn, you damn brat." And then there's a flashback. A flashback back to when Jan and Tan's dad is telling Jen and Tan, "Sit down. We're already sitting down, Dad." And then the Jen and Tan's like, "You're joining the Tan Bowl?" And then the dad go, "I'm going to tell you something important." And then the dad was like, "How did you know?" And Jonathan's like, "We hear about it every day. You talk about it every damn day. We're tired of hearing it. You saying you're gonna join the temple, you're gonna join the temple. That's how we damn know." And then he goes, "Today, I teach you about the custom when you challenge the temple." And Jen and Ten, the baby, they're probably like, I don't know, 9, 10. And then the dad pulls out these five whistle arrow tips. They look strange. And then Jingo is called Kushi, right? Kushi, also called Kaburaya whistle arrow. Did that go correct? But not just any Kushi. Kushi only held by the 10 bow. If you shoot one of these, any of the 10 bows who hears it must accept your challenge. No matter what, no matter what. And then Jin's like, Dad, you're not in the 10 bow. Why do you have them? And then the dad says, those are basically replicas. They're fake. And then the dad goes, not at all. My master Suji was one of the 10 bow. He was always running into money problems. So I made these to sell if ever need be. And Jin is like, this is the first time we're hearing it. You should have sold them. I guess even if they're fake, these five arrowhead are pretty valuable. I mean, we got tons of stuff in the pantry. That is true. This dude. So only the 10 bow gets these arrowhead, but because their dad, he was a student of one of the 10 bows, he basically replicate these arrowhead to sell to make money. And so Janet 10 was like, yeah, we sold them. We got plenty of food in the pantry. And then the dad go, all right, Gen 10, my bow has reached its pinnacle. So I'm going out to challenge the 10 bow with these kushi. And if one day you feel your bow reaches that point, follow in my footstep. But for both your sake, be careful. Challenging the 10 bow is a matter of life and death. Once you issue the challenge, there's no turning back. And now, if back to the present, and Jen is shooting the Kushi arrow into the sky. And Tan, he's having a fit. The arrow just ringing. Bing. And then they're both talking to themselves, talking about, oh, he has an answer. Just wait and give me your Kushi. I just bought them as good luck charm to use them like this. And then finally, out of the blue, the, another arrow from across Jen and Tan. The arrow shoots. Bling. And Jen's like, he answer. And then second one's like one more. And then he puts it on his arrow. Well, not him, but a soldier. One of his soldier, put it on the arrow. And then he shoots it again. So Jen and Tan shot two of them. And now he shot two of them. How long since I last used one? Was it always so shrill? No, no mistaking it. Now it jumps to Jen and Tan, and they're like, no, no mistaking it. It's the same sound, the same kushi. So that means it's one of the 10 Bowden, Ni-chan. All right, that answered me. He accept my challenge. I have to protect General Shen, and if I take him down, that'll protect the rest of our army too. Now, Jen was the one who initiated this challenge. He shot the two arrow into the sky. Jen wanted to challenge him. And then Tango, wait, hold on, Nichan. Are you serious? You're up against a monster. Dad even said when your bow reach its peak, you think you're there? Jin's, Jin's like, no, dumbass, I don't have the luxury of waiting. We're not some bowman path seeker. We're archer of the High Shin unit. But once you start, you can't turn back. And besides, do you think you can win? Nichan, he's one of the 10 bow. I don't know, but even if I can't by myself, I know we can as the two of us. Eh? Our strength is that there's two of us equally skilled. I'll challenge him first. If I win, perfect. But if I lose, you'll have seen his technique. And that's a huge advantage in our favor. Even if I go down, you'll take him down, Tan. What are you? And then, so Jin is saying Jin will challenge him first. After Jin If Jin kills him, fine. But if Jin lose and die, then Tan would have seen his technique and how he shoots his arrow, and then Tan would be able to beat that. And then Tan is having a throwing a fit, talking about, "What are you saying, Nichan? That's insane. I won't go down easy anyways." Well, Jen, Tan is bitching, and Jen's like, "Shut up! I won't go down easily anyway. I'll stay up long enough for you to get a good look, and pay attention to how well your brother's arrow fly too. Got it, Tan?" And then a third arrow shoots up, bing, and Jen's like, he's impatient. Let's get this started then. Nichen, wait. And then Jen goes, Gurakura-san, Gakura, Gakura-san says so, didn't he? Dad challenged the Tenbo in a battlefield just like this. He even won. So we'll follow in his footsteps, Tan. Now, as Jin is saying that, he's climbing back up to the rock to basically oversee the battlefield. Tan suddenly grab his hand, pull him, yank him down, and then climb up to the rock. And then he shouts, "I am Su Tan, son of Sugen, challenging the Tenbo. As Sugen was once the disciple of Suji, I too wield a bow descended from the Tenbo." And then Jin is basically freaking out. "Tan, what are you, dumbass? Get down. Stop this, Tan." And then Tan don't care. Tan's like, I'm going first, brother. I have given you my name. Give me yours in kind." And then finally, far across the battlefield, you see Sekwan just step up into like another mountain. And well, they're not like mountain. They're basically on like little stepping stone that kind of overlook the battlefield, like giant rocks. And then Sekwan go, "I am Sekwan of the Tenbo. You have heard of me, I am sure. As is customary of the Tenbo, both archers arise, state their name, and are forbidden to retreat." Now Tan is sweating. Says Sekwan, "That's him? Sekoan? For it to be him, the strongest of the Tenbo? No, get down. Tan isn't the one challenging you. It's me, Jin. Swankan don't start yet." And then Jen is basically telling Tan to switch with him. And then Tan's like, "Nope, I'm going first. Nichan, pay close attention." And then Jen's like, "Tan, what are you saying, you dumbass? Get down. As your older brother, I order you. Stop. If I get down now, it breaks custom. Once you start, you can't turn back. It's okay. We'll win this." And Jen's like, "You're shaking. You're way too scared. What are you doing?" And then Tan's like, "Of course I'm scared. I'm up against Sekwan. But more than that, I'm way more scared of seeing Nichan be shot down in front of me. It's okay, we'll win this." And then you see Tan nuke an arrow, and he's aiming at Sekwan, and he's about to shoot. And Jin is kind of freaking out. And then Sekwan's thinking to himself, "Sujin, Sutan, show me the pride of your bow." And then both of them let loose the arrow. Phew! In a chapter. No break next week. Boom. Okay, okay. It's going down. It's going down. All right, let's see some thoughts on it. Now, we knew this was gonna happen. Okay, first of all, if Jin would have went up, he he probably would have been able to kill Sekwan, because I feel like, okay, I can't call it because you know a lot of main characters have died, but Jen, I feel like he still got a long way to go. And so if he would have challenged Saquon instead of 10, Jen probably would have been able to kill him. And so now 10 is battling Saquon. I'm sorry, there's like a 50-50 chance that 10's gonna die. maybe like 75, 25, 75% Tan dying. If not, he's gonna be hurt real bad to a point where he won't be able to shoot any more arrow. Because you don't need two great archer and the High Shin unit. You only need one. And of course, one of the brothers is either gonna die or, be out of commission. And so I'm thinking it has to be the younger brother because, this whole time the younger brother has been a little girl and don't want to kill nobody. And Jen, the bigger brother, has been doing all the work. So it's either they kill Jen off and make Tan step up, or they kill Tan and make Jen the only one, or Tan get hurt and probably lose an arm or something and no longer able to shoot a bow. But we'll see where it goes from this. I personally think that the next the, the next chapter, their arrow is probably gonna collide, and now it's gonna come to quick draw. Who's gonna draw faster? Because if you draw faster than the other one, then you might be able to shoot him faster. You know, you nuke your arrow, shoot, both arrow hit at the same time, blocking each other. You nuke another arrow, you shoot, and because you're faster, you nuke your arrow and you shoot faster. Your arrows hit the enemies before the enemy even get a chance to shoot their arrow, and that's the only way you could beat them. So we'll see. We'll see where this go. Like I said, it's either Tan die, get hurt real bad, or because I don't think Tan would be able to take him out. Now, if Tan took him out, listen, if Tan took him out, Tan will become one of the Tambos. And Tan can't become a Tambo before his brother. I'm not saying he can, but it wouldn't be right. So I'm thinking Tan will probably get hurt. He probably won't die, but get hurt. And then Jen will have to step up. And then once Jen step up, Jen will be able to kill Saquon and become one of the Tambos. Calling it now. Locking my answer. Boom. All right. I'll see you guys next week. Adios, muchachas.